Hello, welcome to another wiki procedure, and today we are going to look on how you can apply for an extension of a research permit in Kenya. Down here below, we have given you a link which is going to direct you to our wiki procedure website page, where we have given you detailed information on how you can go about the application process for you to get your extension for your research permit. On the right hand side of our screen, we have included a select language option, and through this option you can be able to choose the language which you can easily understand or comprehend, and by choosing that language, all the information on our wiki procedure website page will be translated to the chosen language, and you'll be able to read through the information with ease. And you can easily revert back to English by clicking on the downward pointing arrow and choosing English once again, and everything will be translated back to English. We have included external links to other websites where you can get more detailed information on how you can apply for your extension of your research permit, and also we have included links to the application documents which you are going to use to make the application. You can easily download this application for Authority for Extension of Research Permit in Kenya Form C by easily clicking on these links which you have conveniently placed through the procedure. We are going to go through this application document so we can see how one is supposed to fill it, where you're supposed to submit the already filled application form, and and what documents you're required to attach when submitting your application. Let me mention that this application can be done in person and online, but for this video today we are going to concentrate on the in-person application. We have another video which has detailed how you can go about the online application process, and you can check it out in our YouTube website page. While we are still at it, go ahead and click the subscribe button on our YouTube page, and click the like button and notification button so you can always get notification whenever we upload new content on our wiki procedure YouTube page. So let's get back to our presentation, and the list of items which we're going to cover in this session include the need for extension of the research permit, the eligibility, the required documents, steps to follow in making the application, the fees, validity period, processing time, office location and contact information, and any other information that we may find relevant on how you can apply for an extension of your research permit in Kenya. So welcome to our presentation today, which is brought to you by wikiprocedure.com. Let's look at the need for extension of the research permit. Research extensions will enable you to carry out your research once the validity of your research permit has elapsed. Section 17 of the Science, Technology and Innovation Act of Kenya 2013 requires all persons intending to undertake research in the country to have a valid research permit. It's illegal to undertake or continue undertaking research in Kenya without a valid research license. The eligibility criteria: students, private individuals, public institutions or private institutions, either Kenyan or non-Kenyan, carrying out research in Kenya and are in need of an extension of their research period are eligible to make this application. One should possess a valid or expired research permit to apply for an extension. The required documents are as follows. You need a comprehensive progress report of the research you are carrying out, and a justification for continuation of the project. You also need a letter from your sponsor detailing how you're going to sponsor the research or fund the research if you are granted the extension, and you also need a letter from the affiliating institution supporting the application for renewal or for extension of the research permit. Steps to follow in making the application. First of all, let's mention this application should be done at least 3 months before the expiry of the permit, and as we already mentioned earlier, you can apply in person or online, and we have a video detailing how you can go about the online application process. But let's take a look on how you can go about the in-person application, and you can do this you can apply for the research extension by filling in an application for authority for extension of research in Kenya, which is Form C, and this form can be obtained from your affiliate institution, or you can also download it from the NACOSTI website. Additionally, we have also included download links on our Wikiprocedure website page, and you can also download this application for authority for extension of research in Kenya through our website. After you have downloaded the form, fill it in and send it to your affiliating institution for endorsement. You can do this either by courier or by email, or you can even just drop it in person. Then after endorsement, the application should be submitted in 2 copies through the head of your affiliating institution to reach the Executive Secretary, National Council for Science and Technology, PO Box 30623-001, Nairobi, Kenya, and this should be done at least 3 months before the expiry of your permit. And the research permit renewal application or extension application forms must be accompanied by all the required documents. And we have already mentioned the required documents, which is one is the comprehensive report and justification for the continuation of the project, a letter from the sponsor, a letter from your affiliating institution, and also you need a payment receipt. Okay, so as we have already outlined, you need a payment receipt. So payment of the renewal for renewal fee or extension fee to the NACOSTI will be required before the permit is renewed. Therefore, make payments for renewal as required and attach the payment receipt to the application document before submission. Bank details have been explained in the fee section of this video, and you are going to go through to see how much you're supposed to pay for the renewal for extension. Okay, you should note that a research permit may be renewed for a period not exceeding 1 year at any one time for short-term projects of a duration of not exceeding 3 years, and for 2 years for long-term projects exceeding periods of 3 years. So once you've made the submission and submission together with the required documents and the renewal receipt, wait for official communications from the head of the research division, NACOSTI, and granting you the extension. The review process before you can be granted the extension can take at least 1 month to complete, so that's why it's advisable to make your application at least 3 months prior to the expiry of your research permit. And if the review is successful, you will be granted an extension for your research. If your application, your review process is not successful, you will be informed of reasons why you have not succeeded, and you will be given an opportunity to make another application, which will be free of charge. So let's go and take a look on how you are supposed to fill the application documents. I've taken the liberty to download it. So the guidelines to renewal, you have already gone through this. Supposed to read the instructions, complete the form, and send it to the affiliating institution for endorsement. Assemble all the paperwork and send it to the registry, National NACOSTI, and that's the email address. Send the renewal fee through wire transfer, and wait for official communication from the head of division. So the process can take at least 1 month. So it's 5 easy steps, and the part 1 of the application for authority for extension of research in Kenya. This can be completed by Kenyans and non-Kenyans. The application this should be submitted in 2 copies, sent to Executive Secretary NACOSTI, and it's supposed to be accompanied with the following forms: a comprehensive report and a justification for continuation, a letter from your sponsor, a letter from affiliating institution for renewal. The payment is required before the search permit is renewed, and they have already given you the details which you have gone through. Part 2, you're supposed to fill your personal information. Part 3, you're supposed to give part 2 of part 2. You're supposed to give full addresses of persons who have been actively collaborating with you through the research. The amount of funds which you're supposed to which you had at the commencement of the project, the outstanding balance, where you're going to get additional sources of funds, the objective of the project, if any of the objectives have been achieved, if you have modified any objectives, and go through filling the estimated period which you want to get an extension. After you fill those part 2, you're now supposed to send this for endorsement by your affiliating institution, and from there through your affiliating institution, the application form will be submitted to NACOSTI so that they can review and grant you your extension. So it's that simple. So let's go through the payment fees. The research permit extension fees are as follows. For students who are on attachment, undergraduate and diploma, you pay 100 shillings. For master's research, you pay 1,000. For PhD research, 2,000. For individuals and postdoctoral, they pay 5,000. Private and public institutions, 10,000, and private companies is 20,000 shillings, and this is for East African citizens. For the rest of Africa, they are charged double what the East African students or Kenyan students, individual institutions are charged. So it will be 200, 2,000, 4,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000 respectively. For non-Kenyans, students under attachment and undergraduate and diploma are charged $150. For masters is $350. For PhD is $400. For individuals and postdoctoral research is $500. For public and private institution is $1,000. For research of private companies is $10,000. And the fees are payable at the following bank accounts. For Kenyan shilling, those who are paying through with Kenyan shillings, you're supposed to pay to Kenya Commercial Bank, Kipande House, Nairobi, through this account number right here, 1104 16 25 47. Account name is the National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation, or if you're wiring the money, use the SWIFT code KCBLKENX. For the US dollar account, use the SWIFT code NINCKENA, which you're going to wire the money to NIC Bank, Town Center, account number being 1001 46 73 75, account name being the National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation. The validity period is 1 year, but this also depends with the period which you want to be given the extension. The processing time, if all requirements are met, everything can be ready in 1 month. Office location for NACOSTI, they are located in Upper Kabete off Wayaki Way, Nairobi, Kenya, and you can visit them through their website of www.nacosti.go.ke. Other information is that this is a simple summary. Make an application at least 3 months before the expiry of your permit. You can register with NACOSTI online platform to make the application online. We have a video detailing how you can go about this process, or download the application for Authority for Extension in Research in Kenya to make the application in person. After you have done that, or you have filled the form, get an endorsement from your affiliate institution, fill the required documents, upload or attach the required documents depending on which method depending on which method you are using. Because it's in person, attach the required documents, make the payment, submit the application form, receipt and required documents, wait for the NACOSTI to review, and you're going to get your approval. So thank you for watching our program today. As you've seen, it's quite simple to make an application for renewal of a research permit or an extension. So before we finish, I urge you to go ahead and click the like button, click the subscribe and notification, so you can get notifications every time we upload new content. I wish you all the best. Have a good day.